Yo, welcome in, fam. Much love. Trav here. Got this really good question from my man Alex today. And Alex says, yo, can you advise me? I'm living with my girlfriend right now, and I love her to death, but her libido is so much lower than mine. It's often a frustration. Um, he feels like he can't wait, or he can't build it up. In the past, girlfriends were more in sync with him as far as libido, and they would orgasm easily. He's a huge giver. He likes to make them come first, but in this case, she's never had an orgasm before being with me, and she thinks sometimes she does, but not sure. When she's building up to a climax, she always pushes me away because she gets the feeling she needs to pee. I tell her to let it go. She can't do it. What advice do you have? I asked for more information. He said we moved in after a year plus of being together, but it's gotten worse since living together. According to her, it's because she doesn't feel like it, because of financial stress, because of household stress, because of job stress. She's been without a job for months. What can I do? I feel like see sex everywhere. I feel like I'm addicted. Her self-esteem is already low. Now it's at an all-time low. Um, he's just struggling. Have to wait it out. Yo, there's a lot of advice that I could give and maybe relate to this situation. And a good place to start is by talking about libido. What is libido? Libido is sexual energy. Why do we actually want to have sex? Well, one is for pleasure, especially more in our culture, but from a physiological base level, it's to procreate, to have babies. So if you look at base needs, base desires, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the needs pyramid, you may have heard of this. The situation is like this. Sex is a primal desire, but it's not a base need. The base need is food, security, a place to live, shelter. And when those things are stressed, you don't care about anything above that. When you're dying of thirst, all you care about is thirst. It's not until these needs are met that sexual desire, desire to have a child, desire for status, desire to give to charity, those things are invisible when you're on the bottom of the pyramid, and that's manifested in having low self-esteem. And what it actually solves that, the base level, is money. When you have no money, you're going to be stressed out. She has no money. She's reliant on you right now, and she's living with you, and you're kind of frustrated and pressuring her, and that causes her to have insecurity in the relationship. And since you live together, it causes her to have insecurity in her living situation. Of course, she's not going to feel super sexy right now. But if you get your money right, she can move up. So, before we get to what I would advise, I'm going to give you a couple more anecdotes. First one, there's this book called Sperm Wars. It's a really interesting book on sex. There's a story in here. There's a couple who have a very highly insecure relationship in terms of money, in terms of drama, in terms of stress. They're fighting with each other. They're having trouble paying rent. They want to have a baby, but they can't do it. She's low libido. They're low libido. She's, not fertile. They're not fertile. Can't have a baby. And then the situation changes. Either he comes into money, or I think she leaves him, or they leave each other, and she goes into a relationship with another man who has financial security, and all of a sudden she can have a child. So, basically the body is smart. Most of the time, I think maybe we all know someone or heard of a story someone has a baby and they definitely shouldn't. But most of the time the body is pretty smart and will shut it down when it's a bad time. And when there's opportunity, the libido rises, okay? And then I'll tell you from personal experience. Let me tell you my story. When I was in my early 20s or mid 20s, 24, 25, 26, and I was getting my financial footing and I was starting my business, there were women who were interested in me sexually, but for whatever reason, I kind of pushed them away. And I didn't understand at the time, and even looking back until later, when I was 27, I started, 27, I started to have a lot more financial success. I was traveling, started to find security and where I'm gonna live permanently and so on. And I started to have a lot more sexual confidence, and my libido up. Why? Because before I was kind of scrounging down at the bottom, and then once that's secure, you move up. So in your situation, Alex, or those of you watching who are similar, here's what I would advise. Sex is actually a distraction right now, and what you want to do is get your money right. Alex didn't mention this in this comment, but I know he's starting a business. You should focus your energy on starting a business. Your woman is gonna, by doing that, okay, you can't change people. People don't like to be changed. You can't teach a pig to fly. If you try to teach a pig to fly, it bothers the pig. I'm saying you try to change people, it pushes them away. They resist. They don't like it. The best way to change or allow someone to grow is to grow yourself. So focus on your own business. She'll focus on her job. It's only been a couple of months. She'll get back to working. Y'all can build a power empire together in the next couple of years, and I bet that libido is going to rise back up, right? So in your case, the case of the man, like you're pressuring her, no one wants to feel obligated for sex. It's like the worst sex, and pressuring her, you feel frustrated. You should do a 1-month semen retention challenge and instead say, hey, I'm gonna, work on myself for this month, and I'm gonna focus on my business. And, that way it also sort of puts the ball in her court. It takes the pressure off of things, and it actually is building you towards your future and possibly your future together, right? So that would be my recommendation. Next time around, because this isn't necessarily permanent, this is a girlfriend, this isn't the wife that you're necessarily going to be with forever, you want to, don't pick someone who you need to change. Like if you prefer to be on the same page, like sex is important to you, you want to be with somebody high libido, then you should probably consider that. You can't necessarily expect her to change. It's not your job to change her. She is the way she is for whatever reason. Maybe she had some past issues that she needs to work through, but there's no guarantee she ever changes. You said this is a problem before, so it could be a problem forever in the relationship. So you either got to adjust your expectation, or next time around, select on different principles, okay? It's also a reason why it's a good idea in general to not wait until marriage, because then, most people don't do this anymore, but getting a marriage with someone where you have a strong companionship but you don't have sexual chemistry, it sucks. So it's better if you establish that beforehand, before you even move in together, before you make strong commitments. If there's like a real sexual mismatch, then maybe you shouldn't even do it, right? So yeah, that would be my advice. Is like, if there's a libido problem with you, if there's a libido problem with her, money is the most powerful aphrodisiac. Get your money right, get your level up, get secure, everything's secure. And if there's still problems, then maybe this relationship's not meant to be. But in the meantime, just focus on building a powerful empire together. That's my advice. Okay, if you made it this far, you want to ask me advice, there's a link down below on my link tree. You click on that, it will be ask me advice, and there'll be a form, life assessment, fill that out, and I'm happy to help you. So appreciate you, much love, and look forward to speaking with you soon. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm excited to hear from you. So hope you find that helpful. Peace.